Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black. I'm your host, ThePikaWu. In the last episode, we finished going through the Abyssal Ruins, managed to find the Relic Crown, and then we started working on this route, which we also needed cut and strength for, so I kind of just went back to give Virizion and gave it cut, because it already had strength and flash, so that's kind of a thing. So we're just going to be kind of going through this route today, making it to the next town, and doing that kind of crap. But that's not what we want to talk about today, of course. As of the 6th, I think it was, Chuggaconroy revealed a bunch of stuff for Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. So I'm just gonna kind of read off the thing that they have here, and then I'll just kind of explain like everything as well. The next batch of Chuggaconroy information has been posted to Japanese forums, and this batch showcases more information about the upcoming games. This reveals Mega Sceptile, Mega Swampert, and Mega Diancie. Mega Sceptile is a Grass Dragon type, while the others maintain their original typing. Mega Diancie's ability is currently listed as question mark, so we don't know if it's going to get a new one or not. While Mega Sceptile has Lightning Rod, and Mega Swampert has the ability Swift Swim. We'll kind of start talking about that whenever we, get around to it. Anyways, Groudon and Kyogre's new quote-unquote Mega Evolutions are known as Primal, Prehistoric, Primeval Groudon and Primal, Prehistoric, Primeval Kyogre, and are said to be a regression called Ancient Devolution. Steven Stone returns and also appears to have a Mega Charizard X and is after the secret for Mega Evolution. Both the Mach and Aqua Bike make a return in this game, and Team Aqua and Team Magma both return as well. Team Magma is led once again by Maxie and his admins Tabitha and Courtney. Team Aqua is led by Archie and his admins Matt and Shelly, all of whom have been redesigned. Like the originals, the team you face varies depending on the game that you get. The Mega Evolution activating item in this game is known as the Mega Bangle. Okay, so if you go over to Serebii, you can see these images. I'm going to just kind of talk about them right now. So the first thing I want to kind of cover is the fact that Mega Diancie is now a thing. A Pokemon who, without its Mega, already has a base of like, I think it's 150 defense and special defense, 100 attack, 100 special attack, and 50 in speed and HP. So it's already got decent base attacking stats. You have to give it that, if nothing else. Its defensive stats already make it practically rival that of, well, not rival, but like it's very close to being able to rival that of Shuckle. So the fact of the matter is this thing's probably getting defensive increases when it comes to its Mega, maybe even a special or physical attack increase to go with its defenses. Maybe a minor attack increase, like in the attack stats, maybe like 10 or 20, and then the defensive stats will probably be like anywhere between 180 and 210, something like that. So it's going to be very close to Shuckle, but on crack. So I mean, that's the thing. On top of that, there's the fact that it may actually get a new ability, which seems kind of like overkill in my opinion. But that's of course just me. Now, of course, with Mega Sceptile and Mega Swampert confirmed, obviously we have Mega Blaziken again as well. So for those of you who got X and Y after the Torchic event ended, don't worry, you'll still be able to get a Blazikenite if you don't have someone that can clone it for you or something stupid like that. But I guess it's not something that we really care about. So I guess we'll just start with this. Mega Sceptile, the Dragon Grass type, with Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod, some people were probably going to question why that's a thing. It's pretty good considering Grass resists Electric, so you could just switch it in on something like, okay, if you have a Water type out and you know they're probably going to use an Electric move like Volt Switch or Thunderbolt or something, you can just switch into your already Mega Sceptile, absorb it, or increase by your special attack, stuff like that. So I mean, that's kind of a thing. The cool thing about this that I actually wasn't fully aware of, it does have access to Outrage, Dragon Claw, and Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse and Outrage are both move treater moves, however, from Black and White 2. So this means that an unburdened Sceptile that can Mega Evolve is not a thing unless you decide that you don't want to you know, give it Dragon moves outside of maybe Dragon Claw, which would be fine, I suppose. But I mean, I don't really see why you would do that if you're not doing, like if you're doing a physical Sceptile, you need Unburden and you need the Flying Gem. Let's just be real. Acrobatics Flying Gem is the thing for that, and it kind of needs it. So yeah. The thing is, with Lightning Rod, it also boosts the special attack, so it's most likely going to be a special attacking Mega. So its special attack is going to get increased. The speed's probably going to get a minor increase, as well as maybe like its defensive stats. I don't know, but it's something to kind of look out for. It's definitely going to be something worth actually using. As for its new design, it really isn't all that different at all. It's kind of like the Mega Charizard Y, where it just has like a few extra things added on. It's, whatever. And then we have Mega Swampert, whose appearance basically says, "Do you even live, bro?" Swift Swim I understand, because the way its new look is, it looks like it's really tanky. Like, it looks like it's got either massive defenses or is just an overall major powerhouse with no speed, much like Emboar. Giving it Swift Swim is probably one of the best things that it could have, but at the same time, Rain got its nerf, so it's probably not going to see much play for Rain teams. But if it has a lot of bulk in its defenses, it's probably going to be a decent Pokemon to play. Not to mention the typing. Again, the typing stays the same, so it's still Water Ground, which is good. Even though it still gets wrecked by Grass, but I mean, whatever. Can't really do anything about that, I suppose. Let's see here. The next thing that they covered was the Kyogre and Groudon. We have no idea, like, if there's going to be any change to their abilities or anything like that. All we know is that they're just basically prehistoric versions of their, you know, themselves. So I don't know. When I look at it again, the Groudon reminds me of the Groudon that I think it was Team Magma that decided to try and recreate one, and I think it was in the Jirachi movie, and it looked like this like magma dripping whatever, like I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that. But there's really nothing else notable really at the moment about the Kyogre and Groudon, so I mean, I'm not going to really go over that very much in this episode because I don't want to waste time. So the next thing that they talked about was Steven Stone coming back. His new appearance, he has like these metal like bracelets, or not bracelets, but sorry, that was my keyboard. But he has like these things at the end of his sleeves that are like metal or whatever, and I had figured that as a result that might have been his Mega Bangle, quote unquote. I didn't notice it at first with the Charizard in the image, but from what I was hoping by the way the little bangle thing looks, I was really hoping that that was an indication that we were getting Mega Metagross. Now, Serebii says that it appears that he has a Mega Charizard X. That may not be the case. It might actually be your Mega Charizard, like they might show you battling. But the problem with it is the reason why they think that it's his is because your opponent's like Pokemon HP bar is usually in the top right, and that's where the HP bar is whenever the Charizard's Mega Evolving. So it's very likely that he actually does have the Mega Charizard X. But I mean, I'm still kind of pulling out, like, I'm pulling on that hope, that string of hope, to just have that Mega Metagross, but it's seeming less likely now, which sucks. There's also no indication as to whether or not he's going to be returning as the champion or not. Just that he's in the game looking for the secret of Mega Evolution and potentially has a Mega Charizard X. So, yeah. It's kind of cool that he's returning, but I mean, what would Generation 3 be without Steven Stone? So, I've actually been really waiting to get to this. I kind of wanted to do this because I mentioned this a few episodes ago. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. The Acrobike and the Modbike are returning. I was really kind of praying that they wouldn't. I was kind of praying that, you know, Game Freak would be smart enough to, you know, merge the bikes together, but like, I understand why it's probably impossible, because the way it works with Diamond Pearl Platinum, you had to press B in order to increase the bike's speed. And in Generation 3, whenever you use the Acrobike, the Acrobike, that would cause you to do a wheelie, it would cause you to hop around, stuff like that. So if you're trying to combine the two bikes together, the B button to change the speed would probably be okay, but you'd probably have to hold down the B button, which means you'd just be constantly hopping or something once you went back to the Acrobike or whatever. So I mean, I don't know, like it just seems like it would be overly complicated, so I kind of understand why there's still going to be two bikes, but I don't know. Let's just pray that Sky Pillar isn't for some reason more difficult this time around. Just being, you know, straight up honest. So after that, of course, is Team Magma and Team Aqua. I have to say, there's disappointment, a lot of it. Let's just start with Team Magma. Overall, Team Magma is actually pretty cool. I'm one of those people that likes to actually have a bad guy that looks good. So, aside from two, everything else is absolutely fine. The first one that I don't like is Maxie. I think that was his name. So yeah, Maxie. Sorry, whatever. Maxie. Okay, whenever I played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, I always had this impression of Maxie being this badass, this guy that was very intimidating, you know, things like that. And his new design apparently gives him a scientific look where he has glasses, he's kind of scrawny, you know, things like that. I don't know why they didn't try to like base them more off of like the anime version of Maxie and Archie, but yeah, he just has this like lab coat, nerdy, scrawny thing about him, and he's not very intimidating, of course. Maybe it'll be different when you actually see him move around in the game, I don't know. And of course we remember Tabitha, who is the male admin, and he had a female-ish kind of name, like a feminine name. He's apparently ridiculously fat. Don't know how I feel about that. Of course, Courtney looks absolutely gorgeous. 2D, whatever, I don't really care. She's gorgeous for her design, and the two Magma Grunts, the male and the female, are both pretty good. Team Aqua, I'm very disappointed in. Archie's not bad. I won't take anything away from him. He actually has an intimidating appearance to him. He seems like he can really just fuck someone up, pardon my French, but I mean, that's kind of badass about him. Shelly is also pretty well designed, as well as Matt. Matt's this like muscular, do you even lift bro type of character, so I mean, there's that. I don't know how I feel about the grunts though. The male grunt's kind of okay. The female grunt, I feel like they did worse than the original grunts, but that's also kind of just me. Feel free to leave a comment telling me which team you actually like the new design for. I personally am siding with Magma here, even though I've always been a Team Aqua fan. Like if I were to choose a bad guy to team up with in this game, I would probably pick Aqua, but looking at their new designs, I've actually been kind of reconsidering, and the thing is like I love Kyogre. It's always been one of my utmost favorite legendaries, up there with things like Reshiram and a few others. And I may have to choose Groudon here just because I want Team Magma here, because I'm just not sure how I feel about Team Aqua's design, but that's again just me. So the last thing that I think we really need to cover is the new hero appearance, since we don't really need to talk about the bangles, of course. May doesn't have a hat really anymore, or like the thing she used to wear is now, instead of like around her entire head, it's more like a bow on top of her head. I don't really mind it per se, like it's not terrible, I guess, but I kind of preferred it the way it was before. I'm kind of hoping that trainers are still customizable, of course. And the new style for Brendan is fine, aside from the fact that in the image his face is like really, really derpy. So it's like, not sure how I feel about this. So yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else I need to kind of cover with this. E3 is going on at the moment, so be sure to like check that out. In the next episode, what we're going to be doing is probably talking more about Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby, and we're going to be continuing on this route before we get started on some other shit. So, I mean, that's going to be kind of a thing. So, yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.